Wow, stories. Am I the idiot for calling my husband embarrassing for not wearing a suit to my brother's wedding? I have been married to my husband for 1.5 years, together for 3. One thing about him is he hates wearing suits, will not wear a tie, will rarely wear a button-up shirt, and if so, it will not be tucked in. He says it makes him uncomfortable. For our wedding, he did wear a very nice suit, but no tie. I tried, but he refused, and obviously it wasn't going to be my hill to die on, as this was the person I wanted to marry most importantly. He looked really good on the day. We have been to another dozen weddings together, and whilst they don't usually specify dress codes, in our culture we do tend to dress up for weddings. So usually I'm very formal, and he will wear a button-up shirt not tucked in chinos, sometimes a casual blazer. He is always the most underdressed person, but he doesn't care as long as he is comfortable. Of course this bothers me, but I don't say anything for these occasions. Sometimes I suggest wearing darker colors to dress up the outfit more, but that's as far as I go. However, my brother's wedding is coming up, and he is insisting on wearing the same wedding guest outfit he usually wears. This is upsetting me, as although there will be no bridal party, as he's part of the family, he will have an important role in the wedding. He will just stand out being dressed so casually, especially for family photos, and it upsets me that he doesn't want to make an effort for my brother's wedding. He still has his wedding suit and won't even wear the suit pants, and definitely won't tuck his shirt in and wear a belt even with chinos. I cracked and told him I will be embarrassed to stand next to him on the day, and now he is upset and called me controlling. I don't think I'm being unreasonable because I have dropped this for all other weddings, and I accept he won't wear a suit, but think he should compromise by dressing up a little bit more, shirt tucked in, belt, etc. Am I the idiot? Not the idiot. He's a sloppy dresser for formal occasions. He's not considerate of the people having the wedding. He only wants to do what he wants, and that makes him very selfish. If I were you, I would have your brother talk to him directly about when he expects at his wedding as far as the dress code. Not the idiot. Goodness. There will be little children there in button-downs with their shirts tucked in. There will likely be little boys there in suits. How embarrassing that a grown man can't tuck his shirt in and put on a belt for a few hours when he knows he will be in the wedding photos with you. Am I the idiot for pushing my husband to find a new job? My husband is 30, has a master's degree in engineering, and currently working as a manager at a very large company. He was promoted to manager in November, but they gave him the lower tier manager position because he was 4 months short of the work requirement for the second tier. When he was promoted, the director told him that it would be a quick promotion to the second tier, so we were expecting him to be promoted in April. Well, April passed. He has brought up his promotion several times to the director. His company is known for holding people below their deserved tier, sometimes for years, and instead spending a ton of money on new hires. He has told me probably 100 times how much it pisses him off, and how he is never going to allow that to happen to himself. It's also pretty well known in his industry that you have to move around to get paid. I told him if August hits without a promotion, he's going to have to start looking for a new job. He's a young engineer with the master's degree and 10 years of experience, and he is never going to be more valuable as a new hire than he is right now. Frankly, his sector of engineering underpays for engineers. The problem is, the job he has right now is great. The work environment is chill, he has a lot of mentors on his team that are very seasoned engineers, and he likes what his team does and wants to see it succeed. He doesn't want to start over. He asked me, "Well, how much does money matter?" And I rebutted, "Well, why don't you answer that question?" At which point he mumbled and grumbled and giggled, because money has always mattered more to him than me, and he knows it. I feel like I'm just trying to prevent him from doing something he regrets and being complacent. But maybe I'm wrong. So am I the idiot? You're the idiot. If he's unhappy or uncomfortable where he is, he'll make a move. If he basically likes his job and there's nothing bad about the office culture, the commute, or the work-life balance, he's better off there than in a burnout shop, even if his paychecks are bigger. You're the idiot. Would you do what he said if he started dictating what career choices he thinks are right for you? It is his career, his work life. Salary isn't absolutely everything. I would take less money to be at a great place than a 25% raise for somewhere that would make me miserable. Am I the idiot for expecting my wife to prioritize me for Father's Day instead of going to a funeral? The funeral was real. I dropped her off with some of her old co-workers so they could carpool to the funeral. The funeral was real, as I saw multiple pictures of the service from mutual Facebook friends of hers. And she was there for longer because the service went longer than expected, and she was asked to go to the repast. My wife and I have 2 children, a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. Our 6-year-old is on the autism spectrum. It goes without saying that this is a very stressful position, and neither of us get very much of a break from this. My wife is a SHM, and I have a full-time job. As happy as our children make us, I don't think it's selfish for us to both desire breaks. We get them every here and there, but we made a deal to have 2 guaranteed breaks in a year, our birthdays and Mother's Father's Day. On those days, the one parent takes on the brunt of the burden so the other can get a day to relax. Since our youngest was about 2, we practiced this. I have never failed to give my wife the day off she deserves. I'll schedule her a spa day or something she really wants to do and get her out of the house so she can relax while I'm on daddy duty. Then when she gets back, our kids give her cards and gifts, and we get a meal from her favorite place after they go to bed. My wife has been less consistent and doesn't really do as much as I do for her. The last year, she hasn't really done anything. I typically try not to hold it against her as it is undoubtedly hard, but it does feel kind of unfair. This Father's Day, I planned something for myself as she made no indication of doing something for me. I warned her a week in advance and she said it was okay. This was until about 3 days ago. My wife's old boss's dad passed away. She was invited to the funeral by the boss and she chose to attend the funeral, which was about 2 hours away. As a result, I had to cancel all of my plans and take care of the kids. She was supposed to be home at around 5 in the evening but didn't arrive until around 10. The kids were already asleep and my wife neglected to help them get an even Father's Day cards for me. We got into a huge argument when she got back. I told her that I felt like she really dropped the ball on this and didn't give me a break like I usually do for her. She told me that she's home with the kids all day just about every day, and I only have to help out after work, and as far as she's concerned, I regularly get a break and she doesn't. I told her working isn't a break and that I really was looking forward to today. She said that someone died and I was being completely selfish to make it about me. I said that it was someone she didn't know, who was the parent of someone she hasn't seen in over a year, and I didn't think I was being selfish in asking her to prioritize my needs just as a gesture like I do hers. She's been pissed at me since and we're not talking. Am I the idiot? Edit. My wife is not sleeping with her boss. Her boss is a married gay man, not the idiot. She went to a funeral for the father of an old boss she hasn't seen in a year and didn't get back until 10 o'clock. There's no reason to be gone all day for a funeral for someone you didn't know. I can see maybe making an appearance if she was close to her boss or other co-workers, but staying until 10 o'clock is suspect. Not the idiot, but also I'd be questioning why she had to go to this funeral for someone she doesn't know, even not speaking to the person who lost their dad in a year. Sounds sus to me. She also sounds like she takes advantage. Like you can do for her the second it's your time, it's like it doesn't matter. I'm sorry.